they create the perception that they are better, they're more so-called Islamic. I mean, the other side are saying they're so-called more Islamic, so deserve a chance to take charge of Pahang. But you can't, I mean, that's not enough to go on to lead a state. I mean, if you look at our history, in Umno's history, from Pahang, we've managed to produce three prime ministers from Pahang. And it has always been a resilient UMNO state.
Definitely.
I remember back in 2018 when Barisan Nasional lost, the only two states left which were still dominated by UMNO were Pahang and Perlis.
Yes.
And right now, Pahang and Sarawak are the only states which have not changed their political party in charge of the government since independence. And of course, Pahang is the only UMNO-led state that hasn't changed hands since 1957.
Yes.
So it shows the resiliency of the leadership in Pahang that we've managed to hold on to the state to this while. But there are threats. There are people willing to change that scoreboard. So we have to do whatever it takes to defend Pahang and make sure that it stays in UMNO's hands. But to my mind, there's really no reason to change because I think the current Menteri Besar, my boss, is doing a fantastic job of managing the state. I mean, it would be different if we're all sleeping on the job, we don't do anything, we just stay at home and then
and
just
relax.
Down the drain, right? Let everything go down the drain, like you say. But I mean, my boss is working hard. I mean, we're all working hard to advance the state. Sometimes the matter of my boss always says it's a matter of performance versus perception. Sometimes perception trumps performance. You've been doing a good job, you're raising the revenue, you've been redistributing that revenue to the rakyat in terms of Bantuan Prihatin Pahang, giving aid to fishermen, agriculture, B40 group, students, and so on and so forth. But somehow they create the perception that they are better, they're more so-called Islamic. I mean, the other side are saying they're so-called more Islamic, so deserve a chance to take charge of Pahang. But you can't, I mean, that's not enough to go on to lead a state, right? You have to have concrete plans in place.
Then
you deserve to lead a state. But they're just going on perception, telling everybody that kononnya we're less Islamic and all that, but that's not true. I think we've advanced the Islamic agenda in the state as much as anyone. For instance, we've built 37 mosques in Pahang, and then we've introduced new Islamic laws, like laws to prevent deviant teachings,
that's really important.
Tariqat, and so on and so forth. So I think there's really no reason to change. But at the end of the day, we have to control the narrative. We have to manage the perception of the state as best we can, so that we remain as the state government, not for the sake of remaining in government, but so that we can give more back to the people.